to say that was the apotheosis of training.
Yeah.
That's right.
I still, you covered so much material, it's going to take a lot for all of us to absorb it. I do have a question about base camp, which you didn't cover. Do we have to bring oxygen with us? I'm not sure that I can handle. I'm not good at rock pumping or rock throwing. So at this point, we're going to go to table topics. And I'm not...
No, it's not going to happen. I'm going to give Johnny table topics next week.
All right. Given all the evaluations...
And Peter asked us before.
Second speech now.
okay.
You ask him.
Well, you know, I
Yeah, you can forget him.
I have to ask his name every morning. It's embarrassing. Anyway, Aline is going to give the objectives for Peter's speech. And before you do that, I'm going to read what you shared. This is not my best skill, being out of control. When I call on my friends to help me be more zen, kind of working, not really, some. Peter is going to be talking about his dinner with Andrea. And
I think Peter said it was 8 minutes. I think you got to cut it. Peter, you got to...
I have 6 to 8 minutes.
Yeah, keep it to 6 if you will.
Okay. Peter shares with us, I've often found the only way to find something I've lost is to give up looking for it. But I must really give up, not just pretend to give up, with one eye still open looking. Very good. Welcome, Peter.
Do you want me to do? Yeah. So, title of his speech is My Dinner with Andrea. It's going to be 6 to 8 minutes, but maybe 6. It's out of the manual. This is a true story with names changed. Some of you may understand the reference to a famous movie, some of you may not. The goal, as many of Peter's speeches, is to entertain and make people think. And hopefully it's the apotheosis of entertainment. Thank you, Peter.
Anyway, that's the apotheosis of introduction. I was in my late 30s living in the Boston area, and I took a job in Philadelphia teaching. My Zen teacher in Cambridge told me when I told her that I was moving that when I got to Philadelphia I should be sure to look up Michael, who was one of her students who I knew, and he had moved to Philadelphia a couple of years before. And Michael was about 60 years old. He had moved to Philadelphia, and he had, in short order, met and married a woman, also a Buddhist, an artist named Andrea. So, after I was settled in Philadelphia, I gave Michael a call. He was very happy to hear from me. And he invited me over. I met his wife, Andrea, who was a lovely lady. And the two of them told me that they were looking to start a weekly meditation group, or Sangha. And so that was exactly what I was looking for. So I was getting 2 for the price of 1, a couple of good friends, and a Sangha meditation group. Everything was going very well, but there was one big problem. That was, I found myself getting turned on to Andrea. Now, Andrea was about 20 years older than me, but she had the body of somebody who has very seriously practiced yoga for many years, and she had an artist's way of making herself look really good. So this was a major problem because I could tell that she had feelings for me as well. But we both knew that Michael was very conservative when it came to matters of love and sex, and if we were to have an affair, that would destroy not only our friendship, but possibly their marriage, and very likely the Sangha as a whole. And the meditation was really the most important part of each of our lives. One day we had an appointment where I would go over to their place for dinner. And the morning of the dinner, I got a phone call from Andrea. She told me that Michael had been called out of town, but why didn't I come over and we could have dinner together, just the two of us. So I thought, well, we're both mature adults, and but I felt nervous. So I arrived, and she prepared a delicious vegetarian dinner. We shared a bottle of white wine, and afterwards we went into the living room and we sat on two comfortable chairs facing one another. I was feeling a nice little glow from the wine, and we continued our dinner conversation. Now this is one of those conversations that you may have had in college, when you stayed up all night and talked about those things which were most important to you, and the meaning of life, and all that. How many of you have had that type of conversation? So we thought that she had come from the Tibetan meditation practice before she joined with Zen after meeting Michael. And she had fascinating stories about how she had been assigned to do 100,000 prostrations, and she had. And I talked about some of my experiences at Zen monasteries. She talked about how she approached a painting. She was a successful abstract expressionist painter. I talked about what I liked about teaching. Towards the end of the evening, she said to me, I think it's possible to love two different people in two different ways. What do you think, Peter? So I said, of course, you love Michael as a wife loves a husband, and you and I love each other as brother and sister in the Dharma, and followers of the Great Way. And I looked at my watch and I said, yikes, it's after midnight. I have to teach a course tomorrow morning. So she saw me to the door and we hugged warmly, and I went out and I looked up at the void above, and I knew I had done the right thing. But nevertheless, when I got home, I fantasized about making love to Andrea until I finally had to take things into my own hands, so to speak. 3 days later, 3 years later, rather, I left Philadelphia and returned to the Boston area. And Michael and Andrea and I were still friends, and the Sangha was still thriving.